Yo, so today I went to see the final MCU movie, released of 2018, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the sequel to the 2015 movie Ant-Man, which I remember seeing the original back in 2015, and it was a pretty good film. It had a certain level that supposedly Edgar Wright had been involved with this movie, with the previous movie for years before eventually leaving, but it still kind of maintained aspects of his particular style about it. And so with the new movie, while there's kind of less of that sort of style, it's about what I expected, and it's still a pretty good movie. It maintains the fun of the original, some of the kind of more amazing visuals. It's got some great characters in it, some got all your favourites there, plus a few new ones, and I generally feel like it is a good follow up to the previous film, whilst taking into account some of the previous events that have happened the in the films since the previous one. The basic setup: uh, Paul Rudd Scott Lang is well. The film takes place after the events of Captain America: Civil War, and he has to kind of deal with some of the consequences of his actions, meaning he's now under house arrest. But he's slowly piecing his life back together. He's having fun with his daughter until Hope and Hank contact him once again to get him to help with an experiment that may help bring Hope's mother and Hank's wife back from the quantum realm. And not only that, but they also have to deal with They also have to deal with problems along the way, such as there's a kind of low-level kind of tech trader named Sonny Birch who's constantly trying to get a hold of their tech. The FBI are constantly trying to get Scott kind of for breaking the terms of his house arrest, and they've also got to deal with a kind of new supervillain named Ghost, who is seemingly trying to steal her tech for her own means. But as I said, all your favourite characters are there. You got Paul Rudd, you got Evangeline Lilly, you got Michael Douglas, you got Michael Pena back, and while he only has one kind of fast talking moment in the film, you're glad it's there. Just the two fast talking moments he got in the previous film, they were quite funny, and if you look through kind of social media or on YouTube, you can find requests of people wanting him just to give a summary of everything that's happened since Civil War in his unique way. To which, yeah, it's just a gift. And when he does that fast talking moment, it's like, oh yeah, we wanted that, and we're happy about that. I mean, even Bobby Cannavale as Jim Paxton returns in this movie, and you know what? He's kind of really funny. I mean, in the first movie, he was just kind of like the douche who, yeah, Scott is technically his wife's ex-husband, and he's just he thinks he's a criminal. But in this movie, kind of the few times he's on the screen, he's actually really funny. Like when Scott kind of is either saying goodbye to his family or kind of coming back to them, he's hugging his wife and his daughter, and then Jim Paxton just comes forward and goes, "Oh, come on, give us a hug," and it's just like, okay, that's weird, but that's also really funny. So yeah, it is a good one. You also got kind of Hannah John Carmen as Ghost, and like many of the great MCU villains, what she's doing is evil. Kind of, you understand it's evil, but you also understand why she's doing it. I mean, it's a particularly rotten set of circumstances that's surrounding her. I mean, yeah, she's in pain, she's sad, she's scared. You understand why she's doing what she's doing. It's just ultimately the way she wants to do it is what ultimately makes her a bad guy. And you know what? The MCU has got quite a few of those, and they always seem to be the ones that are the most popular. I mean, some of them do take a little far, like Loki. You can kind of understand why he does what he does, but then he's also kind of a bit of an egomaniac. But that's why we loved him, and you know what? That's what makes Ghost a great villain. You've also got kind of new characters in there played by Lawrence Fishburne and Michelle Pfeiffer as Bill Foster and Janet Van Dyne, which they are kind of great characters in the movie. I mean, technically by this point, following Civil War, Bill Foster would actually have been dead according to the comics, who had been died in Civil War. But you know what? They work him in rather well. And the thing about Lawrence Fishburne and Michelle Pfeiffer is that they now technically join the ranks of actors who've appeared in both Marvel and DC films, with Lawrence Fishburne having previously appeared in Batman vs Superman as Perry White, and Michelle Pfeiffer having appeared as Catwoman in Batman Returns back in the 1990s. So yeah, both of them have now been in DC and Marvel films, which now kind of presents me with a little niche, something that I kind of want to happen, even though I know it probably won't. And that's, I don't know what'll happen after Infinity War. I don't know who's going to survive, or who's going to fight, but I kind of want to see, even if it's just a split screen or something, a shot with Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne and Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes, to which anyone who knows Batman will get the reference. But yeah. But kind of the movie, it's a good step up from the previous Ant-Man movie. It's got, as I say, it's got all the characters that you love in there. It's got a good kind of story, kind of the heist vibe, but taken to the next level. It's got some very funny moments and very action-packed scenes. I mean, the scenes with the quantum realm, once again, are just beautiful to watch. And you do kind of get a sense, when Hank finally goes in there to save his wife, you do kind of feel his emotions, his pain, but then also his joy of finding her. And you know what? It's quite beautiful. Yeah. So once again, while I probably wouldn't say that Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp are the greatest MCU movies, they're fun. And you know what? Sometimes that's all we need. It does also have a mid-credit scene which kind of takes in the events of Avengers Infinity War, which, yeah, is kind of quite shocking. After so much fun and frolics, just that one moment during the mid-credits is just shocking to watch. But you know what? It's a good film. I advise you, if you haven't seen it yet, go and see it. It's a brilliant film. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Until then, I wonder what's coming next.